Okay, so today we're going to learn how to add and subtract decimals. We're going to start with our adding of decimals, and as you can see I've got two different equations here. So we're going to start with the first one, 6.42 plus 4.15. Now the key to adding and subtracting decimals is to ensure that we line all of our unit columns up perfectly. So we're going to write 6.42. We've got our ones column, our decimal, our tenths column and our hundredths column. We're going to put 4.15 right underneath each column. So 4.15. So as you can see, all of my columns and my decimals are lined up perfectly to help us with our addition. Okay, so then we're going to add just like we would with any normal addition of whole numbers. So 5 plus 2 or 2 plus 5 is 7, 4 plus 1 is 5. We're going to pull our decimal down in line with the columns, and 6 plus 4 is 10. Okay, and there you go, you've done your first calculation. For the second one, we've got 16.39 plus 123.46. So once again, we want to make sure that we're lining up all of our columns. We're going to write 16.39. See how I'm providing a lot of space in between each number and decimal to make sure I can line them up really nicely. We don't want to create anything too squishy or close together. We want to create nice big spaces. Now we're going to go 123.46. So the 100 doesn't have anything above it because it is by itself, as there is no hundreds unit in the first number. And you can see all my columns are lined up again, including my decimals nicely. So we're going to add these two together, just like we would with any other whole number addition. 9 plus 6, 15, carry our 1. 3 plus 4 is 7, plus the 1 is 8. Put our decimal down in line. 6 plus 3 is 9. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 0 plus 1 is 1. And there you've done your second calculation. So that's how we add decimals. Moving on to subtracting decimals, it works very similarly and also works in the same ways when we do subtraction with whole numbers. Once again, lining up our columns, 43.62, take away or subtract 12.41, lining up all those columns and having nice spaces in between. So then we do it like our normal subtraction. 2 take away 1 is 1. 6 subtract 4 is 2. Add our decimal. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 4 take 1 is 3. Okay. And then the last one, we're going to do 126.85. Take away 43.6. Okay. Now if you have a decimal that doesn't have a number underneath, you can add a 0 there, just as you can do to the front as well. Okay, it doesn't change anything and you don't have to put it there, but sometimes it helps you to calculate. Okay. So we're going to subtract those ones. 5 take 0 is 5. 8 take 6 is 2. Add our decimal. 6 take 3 is 3. 2 take 4 we can't do, so we need to bring our 1 across, so it becomes 12 take 4, which is 8, and we're left with 0 at the front. And that is how you subtract decimals. So just to sum up, to remember when we are adding and subtracting decimals, we need to line up our unit columns and decimals, and we calculate using the same addition and subtraction strategies as we do with whole number calculations.